I want to read you something. This is the warranty that came with a $1,400 refrigerator, and it sounds like this. Limited warranty, 1 year. The manufacturer will repair or replace, at its option, any part which proves defective. And then, further down, in the part nobody reads, the quiet sentences. This warranty does not cover, excluded from coverage, to the extent permitted by law. That phrase shows up 4 times on one page. To the extent permitted by law. And here is what this video is about. That phrase is there because there is a law, and the law is not on their side. It was passed by Congress in 1975. It covers virtually every appliance in your house right now, and it hands you rights that the warranty page is written, very carefully, to never mention. Rights like this. If they cannot fix your machine after a reasonable number of tries, you can be entitled to a replacement, or your money back. Your choice. Rights like this. That sticker that says warranty void if removed, that is illegal, and the federal government sent warning letters to 8 companies about exactly that language just 2 years ago. And the big one, the sentence that changes everything, buried in the enforcement section. If you take a brand to court over a warranty and you win, they can be ordered to pay your attorney's fees. Read that again. Your lawyer, their bill. That single sentence is the reason a company will quietly hand you a brand new $800 appliance rather than argue with you. Because arguing with a customer who knows this law costs more than the machine. The industry knows the mathematics perfectly. They are counting on you not knowing it, and they are right to count on it, because almost nobody does. So today I am going to read you the fine print they hope you skip. All of it. The law from 1975. The second warranty you have that is not written anywhere. The secret third one that exists only inside their computers, and the exact words to say, in order, that turn a denied claim into a free machine. Bring a pen. Start with the law itself, because the story of why it exists tells you exactly how to use it. By the early 1970s, American warranties had become a swamp on purpose, and everybody knew it. Warranty was the single biggest source of consumer complaints flowing into Washington. Companies advertised guarantees in letters 3 inches tall and buried the exceptions in print. You needed glasses and a law degree to survive. And when Congress investigated, its own findings were blunt. The fine print was being used to promise everything and deliver whatever the company felt like. So the law that came out of it, named for the senators who drove it, was built with one guiding idea. If the giant wrote the contract, the tie goes to the customer. And here is something almost nobody does that takes 10 minutes. The Act, and the government's plain English guide to it, sit free online, published by the Federal Trade Commission itself. Searchable, readable, shorter than you would think. You are allowed to just go read the rules of the game. The companies did. That is the entire gap this video is closing. Companies wrote pages of promises on the front and unwrote them in the fine print on the back. And Congress got buried in complaints. And in 1975, it passed the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, the federal law that still governs the paper that came with your refrigerator, your washer, your dryer, and just about everything else in your house that plugs in. And the law did something elegant. It did not force anyone to offer a warranty. It said, if you choose to offer one, here are the rules, and the rules have teeth. Rule 1. Warranties come in exactly 2 flavors. And the label matters enormously. A full warranty is the strong kind, and under a full warranty, the company must fix the machine free, within a reasonable time, and if it cannot be fixed after a reasonable number of attempts, you get to choose a replacement or a refund. That is not customer service generosity. That is the statute. And hold on to that phrase, reasonable number of attempts, because it is doing heavy lifting, and the law deliberately does not pin it to a number. In practice, courts and settlement lawyers talk in small figures. 2, 3 failed repairs for the same defect, and the word reasonable starts running out. 4 visits for the same dead ice maker is not a repair process, it is a hostage situation, and the law recognizes the difference. Which is why your repair file matters more than any argument you will ever make. 3 invoices, same defect, same machine, dated, is not a complaint. It is a case. Assembling itself, visit by visit, and every technician they send is unknowingly writing it for you. Which is precisely why, if you go read your paperwork tonight, You will find the word limited stamped on almost everything you own. The industry read the law in 1975 and stampeded away from the word full, and that stampede tells you they understood exactly what it obligated them to. But do not let the word limited discourage you, because the law's sharpest weapons apply to limited warranties too, and the first one is my favorite piece of consumer law in America. The anti-tying rule. This is the one about the sticker. You have seen the sticker, warranty void if removed, or the line in the manual, use of unauthorized parts or service may void this warranty. Here is what federal law actually says about that. A company cannot void your warranty because you used a third-party part, or an independent repair shop, or opened your own machine, unless they can prove that what you did actually caused the failure. Prove it. The burden is on them. Your brother-in-law replacing the drain pump does not void the warranty on the control board. An off-brand water filter does not void the warranty on the compressor, and that intimidating sticker over the screws is not just unenforceable. The Federal Trade Commission has repeatedly called that language illegal, and in 2024, it sent formal warning letters to 8 companies telling them to knock it off or face enforcement. So when a service rep tells you, "Sorry, we see the unit was opened, coverage is void," understand that in most cases that sentence is not a fact. It is a bluff, spoken to someone they assume has never read the law, and the countermove is one calm sentence. Under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, you need to demonstrate that the repair caused this failure. Can you? Say it politely, then enjoy the hold music while they find a supervisor. And notice what this rule quietly hands you for the whole life of the machine. It means you can do your own maintenance, clean your own coils, swap your own water valve, hire the good independent shop across town instead of the brand's authorized dealer at twice the rate, all without surrendering your coverage on everything you did not touch. The fear of voiding the warranty has kept generations of perfectly capable people from turning 4 screws, and that fear was the product. The sticker was never protecting the machine. It was protecting the repair revenue, and federal law has been on your side of that argument for 50 years. Now, the second layer, and this is the one that covers you after the paper warranty dies, the warranty that is not written anywhere. It is called the implied warranty of merchantability, and it attaches, automatically, by law, to essentially every product sold in this country. It says something beautifully simple. A thing sold must be fit for its ordinary purpose, for a reasonable time. A refrigerator must refrigerate. A washer must wash. Not for exactly 12 months. For a reasonable time, given what the thing is and what it cost. And here is the argument hiding inside that word, reasonable. The argument brands dread. Nobody on this earth believes the reasonable lifespan of a $1,400 refrigerator is 3 years. The industry's own marketing says 10 to 15. Their own product pages say, built to last. So when a major appliance dies at year 2 or 3 from an internal defect, no abuse, no accident, there is a straight-faced legal argument that the implied warranty was breached, regardless of what the 1-year paper said. And consumers make that argument, and win with it, more often than you would believe. Now the fine print fights back, of course. That phrase from the top of the video, to the extent permitted by law, exists mostly to shrink this implied warranty where states allow it. But here is the part they really hope you skip. Under Magnuson-Moss, a company that gives you any written warranty is forbidden from disclaiming the implied warranty entirely. They can try to limit its duration, and a number of states restrict even that, but they cannot erase it. The invisible warranty survives, underneath the paper one, on almost everything you own. So you have the written warranty, and beneath it, the implied one. And now I am going to show you the third layer, the one that officially does not exist. The secret warranty. Inside the service systems of the major appliance brands, there are programs with gentle names, service campaigns, customer satisfaction programs, goodwill concessions, warranty exceptions. Here is what they actually are. When a company discovers that a part fails too often, a compressor, an ice maker, a control board, it faces a choice: announce a recall, expensive and public, or quietly authorize free repairs for the customers who complain, while everyone who suffers in silence pays full price. Guess which one they usually pick. These internal authorizations are real. They are documented in service bulletins that technicians can see and you cannot. And sometimes they surface in public, like when one major brand, after a wave of compressor failures and a class action settlement, extended compressor coverage on its refrigerators to a full 10 years. The customers who knew got compressors for free. The customers who did not know bought new refrigerators. Same machine, same failure, different information. Which means when your appliance fails out of warranty, there may already be an internal program that covers your exact failure, sitting in the computer of the person telling you that you owe $400, and they are not lying to you exactly. They are just not volunteering it, because the program only exists for people who ask. So here is how you ask, and write these two phrases down, because they are the keys to the locked room. Phrase 1. Is there a service bulletin for this failure on this model? Phrase 2. I would like to request a warranty concession, or a goodwill repair, for a known issue. Those are their internal words. Speaking them tells the rep and the system that you know the room exists, and the difference in outcomes between customers who say those words and customers who say, "My fridge broke," is the difference this entire video is about. Alright, you know the 3 layers. Now the playbook, start to finish, for the day your machine dies, because the order of operations is half the power. Step 1. Before you argue anything, build the file. Every call, write down the date, the representative's name, and demand a case number, every single time, and keep every receipt and every repair invoice in one folder on your phone. This is not busy work. Reasonable number of repair attempts is a legal standard, and your file is what makes it real, and I promise you the company is keeping its own file, so you keep yours. Step 2. Work the ladder. The first line representative has a script and almost no power, and the script says no. Be polite, be brief, ask the 2 magic phrases, and when the answer is no, say the sentence that moves you upward. I understand. Please escalate this to a supervisor, and note the case number. And if the supervisor says no, you go over the whole call center's head, because every major brand has a small, quiet team, usually called Executive Customer Relations or the Office of the President, that exists to handle exactly one thing: customers who have become more expensive to refuse than to help. A short, factual, written complaint sent to the corporate office, mentioning your case numbers and the words Magnuson Moss, routes you to that team with remarkable speed. Step 3. The demand letter. And this is where the whole game flips. 1 page. The machine, the model, the purchase date, the failure, the repair history with dates and case numbers. Then, 2 sentences of law. This failure breaches the implied warranty of merchantability, and I am asserting my rights under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. I request repair, replacement, or refund within 30 days, after which I will pursue this in small claims court, where the Act permits recovery of attorney's fees and costs. Sign it, send it to the corporate address. Keep proof. Now stand in their shoes and do their math. Defending even a nuisance claim costs them real money. Losing means paying your costs on top of a machine, and the person reading your letter resolves 50 of these a week and has a budget line for exactly one outcome: the cheap one. The cheap one is a free repair or a replacement machine, and that, precisely, is the loophole in the title. You are not forcing them with a gavel. You are forcing them with arithmetic, and the arithmetic is on your side the moment you show them you know it. And if the 30 days pass, small claims court is genuinely built for this. No lawyer required, filing fees are modest, and appliance companies settle these overwhelmingly before any hearing, because sending a lawyer to argue about a dishwasher is the most expensive way on earth to lose. Now let me run one failure through this whole machine, start to finish, so you can watch the gears turn, because the playbook sounds abstract until you hear it happen. A $1,400 refrigerator. The compressor dies at 2 years and 10 months. Written warranty, 1 year, long gone. The service line quotes $600, parts and labor, and the first representative says the sentence they are trained to say, "Unfortunately, the unit is out of warranty." Most people pay, or go buy a new refrigerator, right there. That is the fork in the road, and here is the other path. Our caller says, calmly, I understand. 2 questions. Is there a service bulletin for compressor failure on this model? And is a warranty concession available? The representative checks, or says she cannot see one, and our caller says, then please escalate, and I need a case number. Supervisor, next day. Suddenly there is an offer that did not exist yesterday. We can cover the part, you cover labor. Notice what just happened. The secret layer opened one door, unprompted, the moment somebody knocked correctly. Our caller notes the offer, the name, the date, and declines politely, because a compressor dying at year 3 on a $1,400 machine is not a customer pays labor situation. Then, the letter. 1 page. To corporate. Model, serial, purchase date, failure, the quoted repair, the case numbers, and the 2 legal sentences. Implied warranty of merchantability. Magnuson Moss. 30 days. Small claims. Attorney's fees recoverable. Certified mail. $11. 19 days later, a call from a number she has never seen. Executive Customer Relations. And the offer is a replacement refrigerator. Delivered, old one hauled away, no charge, and 1 request. That she consider the matter resolved. Total cost of knowing the law. $11 and 4 phone calls. Total cost of not knowing it. $600. Or, a new refrigerator. That story is a composite, but every beat in it, the bulletin question opening a hidden offer, the parts not labor dance, the letter landing on the one desk with authority, is how these cases actually resolve, every single week, for the small club of customers who knock correctly. This video is your membership card. 2 more weapons for the file, and then the honest part. Weapon 1. Check your credit card. Tonight. A large share of credit cards, quietly, automatically, extend the manufacturer's warranty on things you buy with them, commonly by a full extra year, free, built into the card you already carry. Almost nobody claims it, because almost nobody knows, and the claim is usually a receipt, a warranty page, and a form. If your machine dies in year 2, the paper warranty may be gone while the card's shadow warranty is alive and well. So before you buy your next appliance, 5 minutes of reading decides which card earns the purchase. Weapon 2. The retailer. Big chains have their own return windows, their own goodwill budgets, and their own fear of losing a customer who buys every appliance for the next 30 years. When the manufacturer stonewalls, a calm conversation at the store that sold it, with your file open on your phone, resolves more cases than you would think. 2 doors are always better than 1. And now you can fully appreciate the darkest joke in the whole appliance store, which is the extended warranty pitch at the register. Think about what they are selling you. Protection layered on top of an implied warranty the law already gives you, plus a credit card extension you may already carry, plus a goodwill system that already exists for known failures. And the pitch works precisely because they told you about none of those. They are, in a very real sense, selling you a paid version of rights you partly own for free. Is a paid plan ever worth it? Occasionally, honestly, yes. On the most repair-expensive machines, the sealed systems and the electronic stuffed flagships, if the plan is cheap and the terms are clean. But buy it, if you buy it, as a convenience, never as your only shield. And remember the tell from earlier videos. The harder they push that plan on one particular machine, the more the store's own return data is warning you about the machine. Now the honest part. Because this channel does not sell magic, and I will not start today. This playbook is leverage, not a spell. It works best in specific territory. A machine that failed unreasonably early. A defect the internet already knows about. A repair history you documented. A claim you present calmly. In writing. In their own vocabulary. It does not entitle anyone to a free machine at year 11. It does not cover the dishwasher that drowned in a flood. And it absolutely stops working the moment you scream at a representative who did not design the compressor. The person on the phone is not your enemy. The system is designed to exhaust you, and your whole strategy is to be the one customer it cannot exhaust, politely, in writing, with case numbers. One wrinkle to know before you march to the courthouse. Some warranties require you to try the company's informal dispute program, a mediation step, before you can sue under the Act, and if yours does, do not let that discourage you, because the rules of those programs are governed by federal regulation, They are free to you. They run on the written record. And the written record is the thing you have been building since step 1. For a customer with a file, the mediation step is not an obstacle. It is one more room where your case numbers outrank their script, and a great many claims simply get paid there, quietly, because the company can see the next room from that one. And let me answer the worry that stops more people than any legal clause. The quiet fear that pushing back gets you flagged, blacklisted, treated worse next time. In practice, the opposite is closer to true. These companies run on metrics, unresolved escalations, regulatory complaints, small claims filings. All of them are numbers somebody upstairs is paid to keep low, and a documented, polite, legally literate customer is a metric problem that gets solved, not punished. The customer who screams gets a note in the file. The customer who cites case numbers gets a settlement, because settlements close metrics and shouting does not. Be the case number, never the shout. Do it that way, and you will not win every time. You will win far more often than the fine print ever intended, and the wins are not small. They are entire machines. And one more door, for the stubborn cases, because federal law is not even the whole arsenal. Every state runs its own Consumer Protection Act, most with their own damage multipliers and fee shifting, and every state has an attorney general with a consumer complaint portal that takes 10 minutes to fill out. Companies answer those complaints, formally, in writing, because a pattern of them attracts exactly the kind of attention no brand wants, and a customer whose file already contains an AG complaint is a customer whose demand letter reads very differently. Free to file, potent out of proportion to the effort, and almost nobody uses it for appliances. Add it to the latter, right between the demand letter and the courthouse. So let me leave you with the 5-minute version to do tonight, while your machines are still healthy. Photograph every receipt and every data plate, the sticker with the model and serial, into one folder in your phone, and do the receipts first, because thermal paper receipts physically fade to blank inside a couple of years, and a faded receipt is the single dumbest way a valid claim dies. The photo is the warranty now. While you are at it, if any machine of yours arrived recently, look it over tonight for shipping dents and hidden damage, because delivery damage claims run on brutally short windows, days sometimes, and a dent you report in week 1 is a free door panel, while the same dent in month 6 is, they will say, something you did. Register every warranty, because registration creates the paper trail before you need it. Find out which of your cards extends warranties, and make that card the appliance card from now on. Put the warranty end date in your calendar, with one reminder a month before, because a failure at month 11 is a very different negotiation than the same failure at month 13, and you want to catch it in time. And the day anything fails, at any age, before you accept any bill, ask the 2 phrases. Is there a service bulletin for this failure? Is a warranty concession available? 60 seconds of asking, against $400 of not knowing. And never, ever accept the sentence, that is out of warranty, as the end of the conversation, because you now know it is actually the beginning of one, a negotiation with 3 layers of law underneath it, and you are, as of today, the rare customer who has read all 3. And step back once, so you can see the size of what the fine print is guarding. Tens of millions of appliances fail in this country every year, and some real fraction of those failures happen inside the reach of the layers you just learned. The implied warranty, the bulletins, the concession budgets, the card extensions. Nearly every one of those customers pays full price anyway, out of pocket, and the gap between what people are owed and what people collect is not a rounding error. It is one of the quietest transfers of money in the American economy, funded entirely by unread paperwork. And every dollar of it is voluntary, in the strange sense that it is surrendered by people who were never told they were owed anything. The companies do not have to fight for that money. They just have to keep the phrasing boring, and they are very, very good at boring. You are now immune to boring. Act like it. Last thing, and it is the part I genuinely want. Go to the comments and post your wins and your losses, because this is the video where the comment section can become an arsenal, and I will start the arsenal myself with one more phrase. A gentle one. For the moment an offer is close but not quite there. The phrase is, what would you be able to do if this were 1 month old? then silence. Let them answer. It reframes the whole call from whether you deserve help to how much help exists, and representatives reach into budgets they were not going to mention, just to fill that silence. Now you, if a brand ever replaced your machine free, tell us the brand, the machine, and exactly what you said, because the phrase that worked for you is ammunition for 10,000 strangers, reading below. And if they stonewalled you, post that too, with the model, because patterns in a comment section are how the next viewer discovers their failure is a known one. Hit the like so this lands in front of somebody currently on hold with a service line, and subscribe, because the next video takes everything we just learned and points it at one aisle. There are exactly 2 refrigerator brands left in 2026 that I can look at the data and honestly call not a ripoff. And one of them is going to surprise you. The fine print was never written to inform you. It was written to outlast your patience. Now it has to outlast your case number.